Well, as we did last preseason when Erik ten Hag really played his first game of Man United, we beat Liverpool by 4-1. This time round, we've gone ahead to open up our preseason by beating Leeds by 2-0. And it has been all about Noah, Ephraim, and the other is Noah Emeran and Joe Higel have gone ahead to really score these 2 goals for Man United in the 67th minute and the 81st minute. One will hear it as a shame in his or her ears because United's first strong side never found themselves onto the score sheet, and if at all you never knew the strong side that we started up with, this is how we really lined up in a 4-2-3 system down in Oslo as United took on the side that really had almost beaten us at Old Trafford in the recently concluded season. Now, that is Man United for you, and that's how we really started it off with Tom Heaton in goal, Aaron Wan-Bissaka played as a right back, Fernandes left back, Rafael Varane, Lisandro Martinez, central defense partnership, Kobe Menu, Mejabri in the double pivot, Amad Diallo, right attacking side of the midfield, Mount, central attacking midfielder, and Fosun played as a left attacking midfielder. Jadon Sancho led the line. But Jadon Sancho kept roving from here to here, and obviously Fosun also kept roving from here to here, and Sancho was almost like a free lancer and could play every position onto the field of play. And that starting 11 that you saw never came up with anything like a goal for Man United, but chances were really created in the first half, but we never really came up with the right decisions, especially in the final third. But the positives, I've gone ahead to obviously see into this game. First and foremost, a clean sheet has been kept by Man United, and obviously we know it that clean sheets win trophies, and this is one of those things that we should really thrive onto a lot, because we conceded close to 45 goals last season in the Premier League only, meaning that we shouldn't be allowing that same tally to cross past our goal line. Amid is having the goalkeeper that kept the most number of clean sheets, that is David De Gea, the ex-player of Man United. We conceded very many goals. That means that it's really a very huge positive that we've gone ahead to keep a clean sheet. I know some people will say a preseason is always a preseason and doesn't really matter a lot, but obviously it helps to show you which players have gone ahead to show up and shape up into this beautiful game of football. And after that, you'll talk about let me first talk about the first 11 players that are in the field of play. You talk about the very good Ahmad Display and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Looks like Anthony is a player that needs to look at what Amad Diallo did today towards the final bend of the season. As Amad Diallo was tearing it up in the championship at Sunderland, I came out and told you that it's really going to be a very competitive age between Anthony and Amad Diallo, because these two do different things altogether. I looked at Ahmad. By the time he decided to start shooting at goal, he had really laid 3 cutbacks into the 60 yards box area of Leeds in the first half, and you saw how composed he was, and he was tracking back very well. He never lost any ball. They fouled him. He could obviously take on players every time he felt like it was needed, something that Anthony doesn't do. And I think this is what Ten Hag would love from any of his right attacking midfielder. But as he's the one who signed Anthony for £85 million, he might find himself obviously starting him ahead of Amad Diallo in the next game. But Amad has shown us his potential today. Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been solid, and the way they interplay together was really great. Then Hannibal, to me, in the first half, he was the star boy. He was the outstanding player in that team. You know, the problem we had was that these players had not been playing together for a very long time. The only players that obviously had chemistry were Lisandro Martinez, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Varane. You get? And Jadon Sancho and Kobe Menu. Those 5 players that started in the 11 side are the only ones that have been training together for the last 1 year. But Alvaro Fernandes, as the left back, was playing at Preston. Hannibal has been playing at Birmingham. Mason Mount is a new one. Amad Diallo has been playing about Sunderland. Foso has also not been playing with this team. So it shows you that there was a little bit of disconnection, especially in the build-ups, but we obviously saw Hannibal standing out and obviously putting in killer passes, leading the press very well. Another positive that really saw us obviously becoming a threat in the final third of Leeds, because our press was really relentless and they never break through that press, and they really faced it hard to really play against us in both halves. That is it. So Hannibal to me was a player that if at all you ask me on who really showed up and really lived up to the occasion, I would go obviously with Hannibal. Now the other talking point I really saw that really was worth a mention, it's all about Sancho. And Sancho playing as a freelancer into that game, he literally looked everywhere, and there is a ball that he played in for Ahmad very well, and Ahmad came in for a cutback and was not really played in well. But all I saw is that Sancho is a player that the club of Manchester United need. Like him or hate him, he's a player that we need the club of Man United, and is an Erik ten Hag player because he can really be versatile, and you saw him today. Amid is not playing with his usual players, he put up a very good performance, and I anticipate a very huge performance when you're playing Lyon next Wednesday, because most of the players will be back, because Casemiro will be back, Bruno Fernandes will be back, Rashford will be back, Garnacho will be back, so Luke Shaw will be back, Dalot will be back. It's going to be the creme de la creme of United playing the first half of that game against Leeds, against Lyon. That's going to take place in Scotland. Now, Mason Mount had close to 3 chances. He really pressed very well and obviously missed it out, and he tried to chip the goalkeeper, though I really believe that he would have gone ahead to obviously utilize the space he had to go ahead and obviously bury that ball into the back of the net, or even buy time as he really ascended towards the goal and obviously found maybe a cutback or a square to a United player that would have been well possessed or well placed into that field, and obviously tap it into the back of the net. But had close to 3 chances, and he never found himself in a position of finishing them all out. And I anticipate that not bad for his debut as Mason Mount, and we anticipate the best of him as he plays alongside Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes into that midfield. Now, Alvaro Fernandes, he's another one that I've always gonna hate to let you about, as he's really a very good left back. He came in at United with Alejandro Garnacho from the sides of Madrid, and he is really doing wonders for the club of Man United. But in the first half, we had a very good display, but we couldn't obviously put a couple of passes together. Why? These players have not been playing together for a very long time, and I anticipate that Erik ten Hag is going to start to instill his style of play when the other players or the other batch of players arrive towards the end of this week, to see to it that they obviously take part into this beautiful game of football as United takes on Lyon, that is next week. And the second half came in through, and Ten Hag made what we call wholesome changes, and he brought in what we call 11 players. Kova came in goal. Then Williams was playing as the left back. Fish and Gore, they are playing into the central defense. Then Jurado was playing as the right back. Then Charlie Savage, Barnett, and Hansen Aron came in through and played in the midfield 3. Then we had Emeran playing as a right attack midfielder, Shura here playing as a left attacking midfielder, and obviously Hegel came in through and obviously played into that position of leading the line. And one of those things that obviously put us out of shape was us not having a centre forward. This really sends a message to everyone at the club of Man United that if they are really taking it for granted for delivering a striker for Man United, then they should hurry up and obviously get in one, because he's badly needed at the club of Manchester United. Now, these players, because they know themselves very well, they've been playing together with the academy, and most of them have been at Man United, especially this season. They played very, very well. I liked the way they made their runs off the balls. Savage Charlie press resistant, controlling that midfield alongside Barnett, and everything was obviously okay. Then Hansen is another beautiful talent to really give your eyes, because he's one of those that you'll always want to watch anytime, any day. And in the 6th-7th minute, he released Emeran, Noah, and even Noah just went in with a clean finish with his left part, with his left foot, and made it count in the 6th-7th minute. In the 87th minute, in the 81st minute, obviously Emeran came in through and obviously cut inside, found a killer pass that went past the defenders of Leeds, and it found Hegel, and Joe Hegel put it into the back of them to make it 2-0, and that's how United went ahead to win this game of football. But it shows you that Emeran, at the age of 20, he might find himself in good books of Erik ten Hag because of what he went ahead to put up, because even towards the end of the game, he obviously came up with a rebound that saw United put tension onto the goal of Leeds again, and it shows you that this guy is really talented and has a lot in his tank. And you know, every time I look at all these talented players, the Emerans, the Hansens, I just feel like these people are just blessed. The Kobe Menus of this world, they're just talented and really blessed because they are young, and Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to give every young player that deserves to be into the first team of United a chance to play for the club of Man United. And he saw Kobe Menu today playing into that Casemiro role, though he never saw ourselves really playing through the central midfield area. Though every time we pressed into the midfield and obviously got that ball, we easily broke down the side of Leeds. But Emeran is another one to watch, left-footed, 20 years of age, French player, and he is really one of those players that we might see, obviously, breakthrough into the team of Man United or get themselves alone in there for you. But there are a couple that we're going to hate to saw. Hansen is a talent. Erik ten Hag told him that he is not going to go. He's not going to go for the under-19 UEFA Championships, and he told him that I need to see you at the club of Manchester United. I need to see you be part of my preseason because you are having a lot to offer to this club, meaning that Ten Hag sees something special into this Norwegian, and people are always referring to him as the new Luka Modric. But if at all you saw him play in this game of football, he's obviously Luka Modric. Everything he does is Luka Modric-like, and that pass he really put up to release Emeran in the 67th minute was really a joy to watch, and we anticipate more of those to come in through as far as the preseason goes into its north. Then the stats were 12 shots by Man United, Leeds had 7, United had 3 shots on target, very few. That means we would have had more in there for you, at least 6 out of 12 on target. Leeds had only 1 shot on target, 62% ball possession by Man United, 38% ball possession by Leeds. You couldn't ask more for these players as it's the preseason. 628 passes completed by Man United, meaning that every half we averaged 314 passes. Then Leeds had 381. 91% passing accuracy by Man United and 85% passing accuracy by Leeds. 7 fouls by Man United, 9 fouls by Leeds. 1 yellow card to Man United that went to Hannibal in the first half, and 0 yellow cards to Leeds. 0 red cards to both sides, 6 offsides to Man United and 1 to Leeds. 7 corners by Manchester United and 5 by Leeds. So United went ahead to win that game of football, and we won it comfortably in that given period of time. So that is it, what we had, and I managed to gather all that. Oh, sorry, I'm not yet done. That's all what I had onto this channel, and we gathered all that onto this beautiful game of football. But we are returning with the player ratings, where we are going to rate all the 24 players that took part into this game of football, and we really see who the man of the match is. But we had some good chances that you guys need to watch, and let me show you some of the chances that we missed as we close on this beautiful session of what the beautiful game of football is all about. And this was the first one that came in from Mason Mount. Mason Mount found himself in a position of chipping the ball, and this is something I told you at the beginning of this video, that he had a lot of space, you know, and he had Jadon Sancho by him, And with him making a run towards the goal, all these two defenders would have gone ahead towards him. Sancho would have gone ahead to come here and obviously get a through ball. But Mason Mount decided to go in for chip that obviously went over the bar. Then he chipped it and he never really crossed the line, and that's how we missed out on an opportunity to score in the 10th minute of the game. Then Jadon Sancho had a miss. Poor first touch that obviously stopped us from really getting this, but it was a very good interplay between Hannibal and Jadon Sancho, but Sancho couldn't put that ball at the back of the net. So guys, your thoughts onto this result? United 2, Leeds 1. Welcome in the comment section below. First game of the preseason. Rock and David is my name. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living to God praise you abundantly. I'm out.